some silver scrapes, hopeful members, as DK is going to pick second pick. So they get their second pick, but they do not pick blue side. So Gen.G selected second pick in game 2 when DK picked blue side.
Wait,
so that's probably why.
Is this the first time D+ have not been on blue side? I'd assume so.
Based on the wacky nature of this setup, I would assume so as well.
I'd assume because they've always picked blue side, or the other team, like the other team's taken first pick, they've taken blue side, or they've had choice and they picked blue side. Crazy. Clearly they were preferring second pick and have now decided to prioritize it. 2 in a row. D+ need here, and we'll see what they can do. A lot of picks gone now with Fearless. A lot of power picks have slipped through and now been taken out of the equation. And the bans starting off, we're just seeing some of those remaining power picks be taken away with the Nico and the Varus. Orianna still on the cards. Ambessa has been banned throughout by Gen.G. Respect nod towards Shiru, but they're getting rid of the LeBlanc from ShowMaker. Orianna is still open and available. And that will be banned by D+.
They have not let him have it a single time. Chovy will not be allowed to play Orianna. So, you know, the Sinivia ban we've been seeing is going to fall away because Ryze is gone. Aurora was another one of the bans we saw in the last game. So Aurora and Bessa still being held up.
Galio is still open and available, which is a pretty big one for Chovy. But hasn't been played by ShowMaker. Yone as well is an option. So I wonder if that... So I think Aurora probably the ban here for D+. Is the one that makes the most sense based on what they've been banning so far. Go on the Gnar instead. So maybe leaning towards the Renekton. There is still the Kennen available, which you've also seen with the Renekton. Yeah, Aurora open, Galio open. Some of those picks are the higher prior mid laners that are left open still to this point. But it's just going to be that Aurora first pick. A flex for Gen.G, definitely something that Keen is confident on.
Yeah. And now what do you pick in the top lane? Because even if you're playing a tank, Keen's just going to try to farm off of you, as he does. And he doesn't even necessarily have to play Aurora. Could definitely go mid, so focus on Ashiyu. Looks like he's just going to be playing Sion, as you do.
And instantly locked in the 80 carry for Smash here with this Aphelios, so securing that one early on. I wonder if we get the answer from Ruler here. There's still a lot of picks that you could play into Aphelios comfortably. You know, Ziggs is there, Jinx is there. Looking at the Nocturne, the Nocturne Aurora is a fearsome combo.
I can pick Nico as well.
Nico banned.
Oh, Nico's banned.
Yeah.
Oh.
But
it's like the first ban of the game.
When you already have the Sion Aphelios, you're already kind of committed to like this front-to-back hyper carry sort of composition. And Gen.G sort of lent into this dive focused, we're going to eliminate your 80 carries, it's going to be hard to play. Kai'Sa's an option, if we're being honest. Lane might be a bit trickier though, so I'm not sure they're going to commit to that right now. They go for the Rek'Sai. Rek'Sai and Sion, something we've seen many times. And honestly, Rek'Sai in these later fights has been more and more for Menace. Hard really to deal with. Hard to cut through that health bar, a lot of disruption. This is a lot of backline threat already for Gen.G. And immediately for D+, I'm thinking, okay, we need an extra carry. Thresh is going to be what they pick here and now, which I think makes a lot of sense, that peel for the Aphelios, but you need ShowMaker on something that poses a threat additionally, because you can't have all your eggs in the Smash basket. There's too many threats that are going to cause problems for him. So we'll see what they end up bringing out there.
Yeah. Also, you have to pick something that can carry, but also that can lane into Aurora, which out of the pool that we have, it's not that many things, at least that are meta. So very curious to see what he eventually does go for. But just try to play like an AP Galio if he does want to try to bring that one in, but also that's playing melee early on into the Aurora can be rough. Gonna ban away the Nautilus.
Not really a suitable threat as well. Yeah, Nautilus, we see Nautilus picked a lot into Thresh. A lot of supports favoring that matchup. And now for Gen.G, the jungle pool's kind of been thinned out pretty heavily. Lee Sin, a favorite off Lucid, and actually undefeated so far in the LCK Cup. So they will take that one away. I mean, I feel like there's a lot of AD carry potential options. They're going to take away the Sivir, which I think you're probably fine playing the Aphelios into, but it does sync up with the comp well. Are you going to ban on the jungler here? Is any mid you're particularly worried about in this situation? Sorry, mid's already taken. Not taken actually for D+. Yeah. Zoe going to be taken away. I mean, ShowMaker's really good in it. I'm not sure how much it fits really with the comp.
I think so. If you're out of position against Aurora Nocturne, you just die. So
yeah,
I don't think he was going to play Zoe.
I think what ShowMaker would play here. Syndra's an option, but it's a bit immobile.
He looks pretty stumped as well.
Yeah, maybe you pick jungle here and just leave it till you see everything.
Yeah.
They're going for a Trundle. Does have some decent dueling power.
Aatrox.
Honestly, if they're diving into the Aatrox, does pretty well, but not inspiring huge amounts of joy is D+.
There are a lot of options here. Caitlyn, Jinx, MF. You go like MF Rel, you know. You already have a lot of damage in the comp with the Nocturne and the Aurora. You got sick Wombo combo.
We did see that played Alien tournament. I feel like Rel into Thresh is a bit, there is that peel potential.
Yeah.
But you do have a lot of engage already. Like, you can't peel everything.
Or just play Blitzcrank.
Bit of a Duro special here. Blitzcrank into Thresh, also a decent matchup.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge fan of the MF in general. I have nothing to add to that. I'm just not a huge fan.
I think all of us just don't really like MF.
Yeah.
Although Ruler's MF, I'm sure, will be pretty good. I think just play Blitz. I think Blitz is good. He's going to go for the Rel. So just going for the Wombo at the expense of potentially have your engages countered by the Thresh.
The mid lane pick for ShowMaker. What can you pick that can survive here? You need damage output. It can't be just about the Aphelios.
Yone? Akali?
TF?
Certainly rely... Anivia? No? Okay. I guess it's Anivia. Anivia going to be locked in here for ShowMaker. I mean, he has a wall.
Like Anivia, we've seen Anivia in anti-dive situations, right? In terms of like, you have the zone control, you're trying to peel backwards, you have the wall. But if you get flanked and they get on top of you, it can be a little awkward, right? We've seen comps where they kind of just bowl you over and you don't get to play the game. If you get caught up in an engage, it's pretty uncomfortable. But you do have the egg, right? You do have good DPS output. We were struggling to think of something to play. I'm not really going to fault him for picking the Anivia here. I don't know. I feel like the first three picks from Gen.G made a lot of sense. I'm not a huge fan of the MF in this situation. MF has not been successful in the LCK Cup, but I think that comp is pretty straightforward. I think the composition for D+ harder to execute, and they've already been struggling with the execution in this series so far. So I'll have to see what they're able to do.
Believing in a D+ Kia win doesn't feel too likely at this point in time, but if they can win game number 4, certainly anything is possible.
Yes, they do need to win game number 4 if they want to win game number 5.
It is a requirement as well.
Yeah,
but it also does inspire some confidence if they can make it happen. But let's see what is going to happen as we hop on the Rift for game number 4. All right, here we go. Game 4. Gen.G dominating game 3. Definitely the most dominant of the 3 games we've seen so far. Game 1 started off that way, and then it got really messy and wonky. And then Game 2, obviously, D plus Kia did win. So, feels like Gen.G have big momentum this time around going into Game 4. Don't really know how you win this one as a Nivea, but gonna try anyway.
Did not succeed. Not the best start, but you know, you still have that egg in pocket. Not really wanting to use that at 1 minute 20.
It's the tempo egg. You know, it's like an extra health bar. You trade a lot and then you go egg, and you just pop up. I mean, he's actually doing that. Like, this is actually tempo egg. So yeah, you know, has a little bit of an extra health bar, and he's still not really winning the trades.
Okay. Well, you know the saying, you can't make an omelet without using your egg at a minute 30.
Yeah. I think that saying does include eggs, so. Yeah.
I'm glad we panned away from mid lane.
Yeah.
I'm feeling a lot better now.
And the cooldown on Egg Nivea, I don't know it off the top of my head, but
it's pretty long.
It's quite long. I would guess like 5
minutes feels right. It's actually 4 minutes.
4 minutes. Okay, so around.
You know what? We just
4 minutes.
We just bought an extra minute. We actually we were wrong. Shaved an extra minute off the cooldown. Don't you feel much better about it?
No. Also, pretty sure that our mid laners do not have 1 CS. As you may have noticed, the numbers are not moving.
I'm pretty sure our mid laners have at least.
ASAP.
I'm pretty sure our mid laners have at least 1 CS, Brendan.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure they have at least 1.
They don't have only 1 CS. Siu is proxying, as you do. It's against Rek'Sai. You don't really end up caring all too much. But yeah, the thing about the egg cooldown is it's nice for the mid trade, but now he's going to have to flash away.
Oh my god, he actually nearly died. Look at his health. He's so low.
Yeah. And he didn't have egg. So.
Oh, he doesn't have egg? What happened?
Yeah, I don't know. We are going to get a root down here. This is looking good for Smash and Career. That's first blood going to Smash's Aphelios.
Yeah. So
playing Rel into this.
He got counterpicked. He picked Rel, and they picked Thresh. Oh, no, actually, it was the other way around.
Yes, he did counterpick himself.
Yeah. Not the most favorable matchup, having Rel into Thresh, because obviously the Flay disrupts the whole dismounting thing. So Smash and Craig getting a bit of an advantage in the bot lane. That's good to see. You definitely want advantages in your lanes, because mid lane's been a little bit... It's just been a weird game so far.
I think ShowMaker does have a nice champion pool. The issue is, in this meta, and the way that the picks have turned out in these drafts, he has not been prioritized some of his weird picks, and he's also been put in situations where he can't pick TF, or, you know, he can't pick LeBlanc, or it gets banned away from him. Like, these picks that we know ShowMaker for, that he can pull out in the long best-of-5 Fearless series, he just hasn't really been able to play, so...
Yeah, it feels like
he gets put on Malzahar and...
targeting him pretty heavily, you know. A lot of times Chovy's getting... Like, last game he got Ryze was a first pick, Aurora was a first pick.
We saw this one not too long ago. This time Duro will shield and jump away.
I hate getting counterpicked.
I mean, I know he's backing there. And, there we go. We're looking at top lane for some reason. I don't have the answer to that one, though. Okay, we're back in the bottom lane.
I feel like it's because Rek'Sai matchups always look so intense. It looks like something's happening. It's not.
Yeah.
But it looks like something's happening.
She's going to have a big damage number in this game as the Scion. ShowMaker, he is just going to die. And guess what? He doesn't have his egg because he used it.
When did he use it?
And he didn't have his flash. And he was too close to the Aurora.
Oh.
Okay, Duro gonna step in front of that. Nice little play from him.
Yeah, did tank it, didn't get flayed out.
I've seen a lot of our supports just let their AD carries kind of just eat those things.
Yeah, not ideal.
So it's good to see Duro actually blocking.
Canyon did walk over there and then decided again stopping Lucid from doing this. A lot of bot pressure has kind of forced him away. Okay, ShowMaker has his ult. This should help him kind of ward off the pressure. Yeah, this is a neat trick I like to call hitting level 6. I mean, the lane's been played very well by Chovy, but it just feels like this was the easy reward that comes from the build-up from everything he did up to this moment. And now he's 20 CS up, he has the kill.
ShowMaker's dead again. There's just no escape for an Anivia here. I mean, there's spell shield.
He has egg, actually.
Doesn't matter. He's just dead anyway. So the Anivia here not really enjoying his time. ShowMaker, you can see he's not very happy about that.
I wonder what the record is for eggs per minute. We're at
probably
2.
Gonna get there.
We're at 2 already. We're 6 minutes in. Yeah, not going well. Not going too well so far.
You know, I feel like Game 2 gave us a lot of hope, and then Game 3 immediately crushed it, and now Game 4 is like, our hopes were already crushed, and now it's just kind of, it's like adding insult to injury.
What are you talking about?
You know? Well, we're engaging. Smash just going to kill Ruler. Ruler doesn't even flash away. He says, yeah, I was just out of position. I just die. Ult comes through. And Duro. Ooh, very close.
I was going to say, Brennan, I'm very hopeful for Gen.G after Game 3. But seeing that play, maybe there's some hopes for D+ remaining. Smash and Korea doing well here. Oh, ShowMaker.
Okay, well, he's got Lucid nearby.
Chovy has ult.
He's not going to pull the trigger. I think he knows.
Sign ult. I want to see top lane.
Oh.
Things that allegedly happening.
I don't want to see top lane. Let's see how this bottom lane play happens.
Yeah, he just used his Q. And he just walked it in. Yeah.
He's saying I got both of them. As we know.
It was close. It was close. He could, I think he maybe could have flashed to get an extra auto in towards the end, but would have been. I think it was the restrained thing not to.
Yeah. See, Ruler was not so happy about the situation.
Yeah.
I think it's rough when you're playing MF Rel into a Aphelios Thresh in general.
Yeah. I think it's rough when you get counterpick. When you pick.
When you just pick the wrong thing, that's got to feel bad. I think ShowMaker knows how that feels this series.
I mean, to be fair, I want to credit Korea and Smash for playing this really well, and now they're looking for a dive.
Yeah, you can see the block on the hooks so that the bullet time completes and clears the wave. Now, Lucid's still here. It's a nice amount of damage already on the Ruler, but we got TP coming in, and Lucid just gets away with the Lantern. So even getting the TP out of Chovy. Meanwhile, Keen just hanging out. Flash on in. He's gonna ult.
Oh my god.
That's the end of that. Career is just dead as they stuck around for Chovy to kind of just kill him.
Guys, did not see how fed Chovy is. They really should. They should have just left.
Maybe they thought he left. He has Rocket Belt.
Yes.
He is getting in there.
Chovy seems to very much enjoy this item that he did build on Ahri as well. Yeah. So they got the TP. I thought that was good. You know, they disengaged. I was like, great. You actually pulled Chovy out of mid lane. ShowMaker has some time to get a kill, to get some plates. Then they stuck around. So now he gets an extra kill. Not ideal. This play was very funny though. ShowMaker comes in, gets a flash from Keen, and the hilarious thing is Keen's like, oh, I've got an ult to get away. And then Shiwu just walks him, so the ult brings him to ShowMaker. Oh, it was so funny. I really want to know what actually... Yeah, they just expected him to leave.
He's invisible. That means they can't see him.
Yeah, very true.
They couldn't possibly know that he was down there.
Okay, yeah. Chovy has 4 Darksteel stacks. Kind of feels like it's building up to a Medjai's game.
Yeah. This is kind of what ShowMaker was doing against like DRX and stuff.
ShowMaker has a kill now. He did get that plate gold. Not quite as bad as it was. And Smash has his first item.
Yeah, I mean, the gold is even. Smash and Career kind of smashing the bottom lane, doing very well there.
They also have a dragon.
Yeah. Second dragon here is going to be Mountain Drake, it looks like. And, you know, I think there is a world where DK are able to get that. I'm not so sure, though, because of the mid lane. Like, if they can deal with Chovy, if they can push him away, maybe. But while he's a big threat, it can be difficult, as both of our junglers will just babysit the bottom lane, as you do. And we're just ulting on in for damage. Maybe trying to spark the ability to do this dragon.
Yeah, trying to get some good poke down. There is sustain on Ruler, though, with the Vamp Scepter. It's not a ton, but... Oh.
All right.
Guys, you're in a choke point. You're in a choke point. Be careful.
Yeah, we're just going to go straight on top of Smash, who takes about a bajillion damage, doesn't have any of his sums, tried to cleanse, but instead just dies. Career able to get in onto the dragon, and still dies to the dragon with the help of Ruler. So, yeah. Got an ult down here on Akeen. Another turret shot, and down he goes.
What is Keen? What did Keen mean by this?
He got the crystalline overgrowth.
What did he mean by this?
Worth.
Okay.
And it's Ocean Soul. Chovy has to use his ult just to get away.
Oh. Okay. ShowMaker answering back a little bit in the mid lane. Yeah. Keen does a little bit of trolling. Chovy gets bullied out of mid. Guys, you're at a choke point. You're against an MF. This was very obvious what would happen here. Both of your frontliners also left your flashless Aphelios alone.
Yeah.
This was not subtle. That little flip from the Rel over the wall, though.
Yeah.
That was cute.
That was a big one. I thought maybe Ruler was just going to ult the two that were caught by the Magnet Storm, but good patience.
Yeah, this was so greedy.
Worth. He gets gold. The enemy top laner gets gold. He's just being generous. He's spreading the wealth, you know? He's a top lane Rek'Sai. And what else is he gonna do?
Not that.
Yeah, I mean, top lane Rek'Sai generally not 0-2 by 13 minutes. So that's a little bit of a pain point.
I do remember that bin play, though, at Worlds. Where he, like, tunneled under the tower and died. Yeah. This is reminiscent of that.
You know, Bin is, it's got some good plays. And maybe Keen was taking notes.
Bit of limit testing. Okay, there's a big gold lead for Gen... Well, not that big. There's a moderate gold lead for Gen.G. There's a bigger gold lead for Chovy specifically. But he does seem to be having a bit of trouble now against ShowMaker. ShowMaker has finally finished his quest and has the speedy boots.
Yeah, they have like little feathers on them. Really fits the Anivia. Even though the feathers are like phoenix colored. It is what it is.
Yeah, it's just skin. There is a skin that is that colored, right?
Yeah. So I think we're just lanterning out of here. Or maybe not. Just gonna dash over the wall.
That works too. Oh, nice little tunnel dodge. We just see him fighting everywhere. Doesn't mean anything though. Just scrapping for the sake of scrapping. That's what we're going for right now.
Yeah.
I just feel like Keen's gonna go for it again. I'm just getting that vibe from him. He really wants the overgrowth. That's his main drive in life, his main motivator.
Yeah. And it's fine as long as he doesn't die for it.
I'm not sure he's really bothered about that.
All right, Chovy. That rocket belt getting so much value in this game.
Yeah.
See more of this on the Aurora. The burst damage they have is
honestly,
kind of insane.
At this point, I'm surprised he didn't build Rocket Belt on Rise. It seems like it's his new thing.
Well, I would say probably not the best item on Rise. Maybe 5th item or 6th.
They stick some mana on it, he'll do it.
All right, that's going to force the flash away from Lucid here.
Honestly, maybe if he didn't have to build QSS, that's what he would have built, a Rocket Belt.
Yeah.
Rise with a dash, think of the power.
Oh, what? He was not there. Duro does not have his flash, so instead, looks like the whole team is trying to come over and support him, but they're not quite able to do so. He finally does go in, that death sentence very close to Ruler.
Yeah, Ruler had Cleanso, so it would have just been that.
Yeah.
Wouldn't have gone down, but Duro caught out there. You feel very safe on the Rel. You always have that crash down to get out of sticky situations, but the Thresh able to follow there and Lantern in some support, so a nice pick coming through.
That hook I want to see again. Like, that did not look like it hit him at all. Maybe we'll get a replay. But so much action happening, perhaps we will not.
She was all armor, so you'd think that Chovy does damage to him, but no. Not really.
All right, gonna find Duro once again, but actually it's Duro who does have a TP coming in. Keen gets rooted up. That sentence not quite fast enough. And she was kind of tanking everything. So eventually, he will be pushed away.
Both teams trying to set up for this Herald. I think it's more on Gen.G to try and circumvent and get backline access. She is starting to lose health.
Yeah.
Eventually. But Chovy is running out of mana, so it's attrition on both sides.
Yeah. Duro not having a fun time playing in a Thresh and Nivea. It's part of the theoretical value against this. And the Rift Herald is getting pretty low. Just going to throw the Paranoia up. Canyon misses the eye at first, but now he does get it. Immediately goes on to the Scion and has a Spell Shield. As now we're looking for Smash in the backline. The damage, though, not quite there right away. So Smash is able to flash out. As now Keen taking up quite a bit is just going to flash himself. And no full committal from either side, really, as we do have the Rift Herald this time. Going to force Lucid out, and she just takes the Lantern. And now we have the ult here. Very strange fight. They're eventually going to get Duro. As meanwhile, it looks like ShowMaker had his flash forced by Chovy.
It's crazy only one person died in that fight. Very chaotic, very split. A lot of flashes in, flashes out. That really resulted in very little coming through from it. He wanted this whole game! He was willing to die for this tower. He got it in the end.
Sure.
That's what he was going for. He didn't even have to die for it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well. I don't think Shu has his ult. Although he's playing like he does.
Okay. Anyway. Once again, Chovy does have a big farm lead over ShowMaker. But the gold only a little bit ahead. It's Dragon up now. It is an Ocean Soul. I think there's a decent amount of Ocean Soul value on some of these members. You know, like Shiu and Keen. But again, not the highest value soul. It is the lame soul, we always say. So, but both teams are setting up for it, trying to get a bit of position. I think finding angles where they can circumvent just running straight at them is important for Gen.G. Finding the flanks, getting backline access. Do you see ShowMaker moving up the river?
You can see Duro's trying to posture and like trying to get vision down. He wants to threaten engages, but there's just so many angles at which he's stopped and forced away. So the presence of the Rel isn't totally felt in a lot of these moments.
It's difficult. You're not a Nocturne who can just fly in, right, from miles away. Or even the Rek'Sai who can tunnel in from so many different angles. Bit harder as the Rel, especially without flash. Gen.G do have better control of the area right now, so it's kind of on D+ to push in here.
Trying to just find an engage to either side. Death sentences are just not really hitting. That time the stun is going to land, but the crash down out gets him there. The wall is now on cooldown for like a good 15 seconds. Maybe an angle here for Gen.G to try to force something. Although they do have position, and yeah, Lucid's got to be careful trading with the Fed Aurora, as now they're going to go for it, and ShowMaker just dies. Okay, well, he was split off. He didn't quite have the wall right away. It wouldn't have helped anyway. And yeah, he just kind of dies. So they're going to take the Ocean Drake. Gen.G will.
Yep, pretty easy, pretty straightforward. They see ShowMaker split off to the side. It's Gen.G who has control, who have the advantage in terms of vision, and they kind of just explode him very quickly, even through the egg. So Dragon picked up.
We're kind of fighting here on the left. You can see that Keen is once again overplaying his hands here on the tank Rek'Sai. Or is he?
Yes, he is.
He definitely is, and he will be punished for it. I was worried that he wouldn't be punished for it somehow. All right. Trading mid-tier ones.
I feel like he gets the vibe. It's like, you know, Rek'Sai top is basically immortal.
Yeah.
Emphasis on basically. He's really putting that to the test. And just dying. This was a good play, though, right? ShowMaker steps up, he just dashes in, and he's dead. That's simple.
It's a good play from Gen.G.
Yes, indeed. The next bit, guys, it's a Sion. What is the game plan here? And also, between Sion and Aatrox, look how many times... Okay, he goes to tunnel here in a second, interrupted. Okay, he had a Q wound up. I'm not sure what your game plan. Then he's like, oh, I'm going to tunnel away, interrupted. They have so many knockups.
Yeah.
But also, like, what was your... Look at the Sion's health. You're a Rek'Sai and a Rel. What was the game plan?
Uh-oh.
Like, genuinely, the Sion is more likely to die of old age than you to kill him.
It's so true, actually. Chovy might have been baited here. He's just going to flash in instead. Now he's going to rocket belt. Yeah. Okay. Dashes, gets... Okay, they saw him.
Yeah, good Chovy.
Yeah.
Guy cut away.
This game is so silly.
Like,
if this were cleaner, I think Gen.G just has like a 5,000 gold lead and they just kind of do whatever they want. Instead...
They're down in kills.
Yeah. All right, well, surely he gets him here.
What are they doing?
Surely they get Canyon here. No, not meant to be. I don't think Canyon really ever had an ability to get him, especially with Lucid there.
Yeah, I was thinking of what to say after this, but it's kind of difficult. Gen.G are just making some decisions. It's been a long time since we've last seen Gen.G play, and the last time I saw Gen.G play, they were very intimidating.
Yeah,
they've been a little bit out of sorts. It seems like there's some rust they're trying to shake off at the moment. Some interesting moments here. Chovy goes for the sneaky play. He's like, I'm gonna one-shot ShowMaker, and misses most of the combo. And it's like, okay, round 2. And then he gets stunned and walled. He didn't have to do this. And then he's like, it's time to flash in. Again, he didn't have to do this. He had
Canyon down there too. He could have just flashed over the wall to get away.
He could have just not done this. Like,
I mean,
when he missed the initial combo, he could have just... There's a simple solution. He could have just walked away.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going.
They really dislike ShowMaker in this one, and this time he looks like a much easier target.
Yeah, this is pretty straightforward, okay? That's a play you can feel happy about. They're still ahead. They're still in a good spot. It's just been a little bit, you know.
Yeah. You know, I was reading some of the interviews they did, you know, at the end of their last match, which was a couple of weeks ago, and Riller was saying how he really enjoyed the fact that they had a lot of time off to rest and solve some issues that they may have, but, you know, I don't feel like the time off has really helped them when you look at something like this. So now they've got even more knockups and more lockdowns. Keen is going to hit the 3-man knockup and just eventually die here as they give the kill over to Lucid. Lucid now 3-0.
I'm not sure if there's like 3 champions more annoying for Rek'Sai to be like bounce house by.
Yeah.
I mean, not specifically bounce house, but like Aatrox, Sion, and Thresh. It's just like, you ain't getting away, buddy. Yeah, they wanted him. They wanted him dead, and he went down. 0-4-2 for Keen on the Rek'Sai. Not his best performance. And the front line 4D+ doing pretty good so far. It's really just ShowMaker having some struggles on this Anivia, and we really were trying to think, what does he pick here? Settled on the Anivia. It has been a bit difficult, but he has hit his Rod of Ages, is fully stacked, which means he's level with Jovian levels. And he's still down in gold, but mostly just for D+, it's trying to see how they can stabilize when it comes to the 5v5s, keep their backline safe. And speaking of 5v5s, Dragon is up and available. Last time we saw ShowMaker got engaged on and popped, I'm going to mention he's the only one on that team without flash. So if I'm Gen.G...
Do you think he has egg now?
He does have egg now. I can see little wings.
Oh, there you go.
Okay. So if I'm Gen.G, I'm probably going to try and kill ShowMaker. So let's see what they do.
Well, he's got egg. So maybe they can break that egg, as we do have the Scuttler taken by DK, actually. So, bit of extra vision.
Yep, Lucid smited it, but does have his smite back up in a little bit.
Yep. Lucid just going to get right into the pit. And with the wall down here, they're just saying, okay, we can flip it, that's fine. Does go over to Lucid, so they just say, all right, that's totally okay. Xiu trying to get out of here as the Scion, and he will. Even against all 5 of them. So now they're just kind of running on in. They didn't have a lot of vision, and now Duro's just going to go down. And they have a Scion behind them, so they kind of have to just go forward or through the Scion. A giant wall going to keep them all around. Double kill for ShowMaker. And Canyon just flashing on out. Lucid gets over the wall. Smash picks up a kill, and DK have the gold lead.
Gen.G just kind of lose their minds in this situation. D+ grab the dragon, the objective is gone, and Gen.G feels like they're kind of mad at the scenario. Walk face first into D+ and just get obliterated now. This is an easy Baron pickup. No flashing Canyon, no ult, no way to contest this one.
Yeah, this is really strange play from the side of Gen.G. I think that D+ Kia are keeping their heads about them, and Gen.G are not. Like, yeah, this is a nice steal.
Don't look for the engage. Don't even try it. So instead, they turn onto the Scion. But it's a tanky Scion, flash ult, he gets out. And then Gen.G just walk up the river and face check. Duro just gets deleted. Okay, very odd, very strange.
They had a ward in the lane, by the way.
Yeah.
They knew they were in the brush.
They end up in this uncomfortable spot where they're being flanked by the Scion. It's a great wall by ShowMaker. Beautiful play. And they just get decimated. And it's just so confusing. They're playing the comp in such a bizarre way. You need to be getting set up and engaging, threatening the backline of this D+ comp. And at no point did they even remotely look to do that.
Yeah.
You're playing a comp who wants to engage and dive. They're kind of just walking towards them. If you do that, then D+ win 10 times out of 10.
Yeah, and so far, looking very strong here. 1,400 gold. Chovy waiting on Bush just to hit a Celestial opposition.
And I mean, Chovy's damage, right? He has Rocket Belt, Storm Surge, Shadow Flame. He does no damage to Xiu, barely any damage to Lucid. He just doesn't cut through, right? Doesn't have Rabadons, doesn't have Void Staff. He's just not super relevant at the moment.
Yeah.
The damage isn't there for this composition.
Well, they're not really dealing with the Rek'Sai. He's just getting free plates and free stuff, and now they're going to pull the trigger as ShowMaker leaves the fight, but not really able to stay around. They're going to stop the push, though. It's now Xiu, basically unkillable, especially without Chovy there and without the items. So a bit of damage to that bottom lane turret from the side of Gen.G at least. I think just trying to slow down and, you know, regain composure should be the name of the game. Like, this would be an awesome time to use Coach Voice if it existed, if, you know, if Gen.G even wanted to use that, as I don't believe they did in the past.
I don't know how much they have the window to slow down, though, against this T+ composition.
Yeah.
The game goes on, it's not going to necessarily get better. You definitely have angles in the later team fights, right, if you do get on the back line. But, you know, you had such a lead in the mid lane. Now ShowMaker's really got his items online, right? He has the Seeker's Arm Guard, he's getting towards the Void Staff, he has his core items completed. Smash is getting very strong and is approaching a GA. Meanwhile, you have Ruler, who has... I mean, these are a good... He's going Collector 4th, isn't he?
No.
Maybe Serpent's Fang, to be honest.
Yeah, just as long as it's not Collector, I think we can all...
But, you know,
okay.
the MF is going to struggle to cut through the Scion. Honestly, going to struggle to cut through this Death Stance Aatrox as well, who's pretty fed. Like, if you're not finding the engages, your comp's not going to have legs in the later stages of the game. And Lucid and Xiu are doing good jobs of playing bodyguard in the side angles. I mean, look at Chovy just did no damage to Lucid there.
Yep, just sieging up. We do have a deep teleport. This is from the Rek'Sai.
This is the angle they need.
They're going to have to close the gap. Not going to be easy against the Anivia, but they do have, oh, that wall, pretty nice, but not going to totally block them off. They're going straight for Smash, as a ton of damage does go in, but they do not take him down. Finally, there's the burst coming out from Chovy, but they have a problem in their backline. The MF can't do anything, but ShowMaker taking up so much as well, and he's got Keen right on top of him. Meanwhile, Canyon will just take down the support, and this is looking eventually good for the side of Gen.G. Although ShowMaker is going to try to flash to get away, but Chovy will just
the egg, the teleport!
Oh, the teleport egg! Unbelievable. And it is still going to be a good fight for the side of Gen.G. They will look for this dragon.
This is the fight that the Gen.G need. The backline access, getting on top of Smash. They do what that comp needs to do. Took them a while. They will get that third dragon. ShowMaker able to slip out.
Yeah, TP from Duro, so.
But you can see how even in this fight, they kind of just can't deal with the Scion. So the angle was great. They end up coming in here. They dive onto Smash here. Knockup comes in with a flash. Even with the Lantern coming through, the execute from the Rek'Sai and the damage from the Aurora.
He predicted that flash, by the way, Chovy.
But then look at Ruler. He's trying to run in to help, but he's just getting sat on by the Scion. And then ShowMaker is trying to disengage from the situation. And then ends up going for the TP channel.
Aurora, no flash, is what he said.
Yeah. Well played. He's going collector, by the way, Rula, if you're wondering. Full-time collector. Of course he is. I mean, I'm not sure Serpent's Fang would really be... I mean, Scion gets big shields, right?
Yeah. You got a Thresh.
I think it's hard, though, on MF what item you really go fourth. The collector definitely doesn't feel good into all this bulk.
Yeah, just another one for the list, you know? It's a lot of guys that are building this collector. And generally, they don't have much success with it, as that's going to be Lucid in a bit of trouble. Has to flash away. This is right before the Baron spawns.
He's chunked, very chunked at this point.
Yeah, it's a bit of a wonky game, but like, you know, make a couple of mistakes, and yes, Gen.G aren't playing their best league, but
I want to know,
it will punish you.
No flashes on the carries for D+. Duro, Canyon, both have flashes. Importantly, so ShowMaker Smash pretty vulnerable. Oh, Lucid?
Oh, Lucid doesn't have his flash, and yeah, he's just dead. Chovy gonna take him down, and it feels like Chovy, one of the only guys who's kind of keeping it together, except that one play on the ShowMaker in bot lane, but we don't talk about that.
Finishes Rabadons. I was talking about how his damage just wasn't really feeling like it was there. The Rabadon spike making a big difference here. And now, D+, do you try and contest without a jungler? The answer is no. Yes.
Well, I think it should be no. They're not fully committing. Like, they're just kind of poking their heads in. The issue would have been if they did overcommit and get caught out. But instead, just gonna let it go. So Baron does go over to Gen.G.
This is Chovy finding a great angle here. Yeah, I mean, just burst him so quickly. And Canyon flying in for the pickup, for the cleanup. Long death timers as well at this point of the game. Now with Baron in pocket, finally starting to see a bigger goal lead. Hugh is basically immortal at this point. I think they just kind of have to ignore him and kill everyone else. That's kind of what that comp should do anyway.
Yeah. Access a backline, kill the Anivia Aphelios, deal with him later.
That is a problem for future Gen.G. after they've killed the rest of the team.
Yeah. So now you see this rotation trying to come up towards the top lane. Gen.G are ahead with Baron. They don't have a giant lead. And for DK, really, it's just, you know, try to keep your carry safe as much as you possibly can. GA's finished tier 4 Smash. And, you know, if they dive and they fail to kill him, he could certainly do quite a number.
A lot of structures being picked up here by Gen.G. Generally hard to push into an Anivia. with the wave clear, with the wall as well in the base. So they've taken out all the structures outside of the base, but I think this is where it gets tricky. Ocean Dragon in a minute, but Ocean Soul not exactly a game breaker.
Yeah. Feel pretty good for the Rek'Sai, the Nocturne even. But yeah, just want to pick that up. Make sure you get those extra stats before you do go into a big fight. I do wonder if DK are going to challenge there or if they'll try somewhere else. I mean, they have their summoners back. Like,
yeah,
they have their flashes just now.
I think they should, honestly. If they see an angle for it. If they can't, just give it up. I think that's the thing. You should be willing to give it up. It's not like a Hextech Soul or something.
Yeah.
I think you should be willing to forego it if needed. But I think, to be honest, actually look on the vision on the map. They're too far away. I think in hindsight, just let it go.
Yeah.
I think they've been choked out of the map a bit too much.
Shiu actually not the healthiest Scion.
I think the problem is now that they're choked in that base and they have to push out so deep to get vision, so I think they're just not going to get anywhere near.
Yeah. Looks like maybe the fight will be over the next Baron.
I think it's Elder. For, like, Elder flip and win game. The thing is, because obviously Baron is like the next objective that's up, but I think Baron's still so hard to start freely.
Yeah.
So it might just be a stall till Elder game. It's Ocean Soul, it's not at the end of the world. It's not a big deal. It does mean infinite mana for Chovy now. He just got a blue buff though, so, you know, get that anyway.
Yeah. He's feeling pretty good about his state in the game. 7-1.
Actually, that was a lot of damage to
Yeah.
Shiwu. I did not expect that.
No, he does a lot. I mean, we saw that Shiu was almost half health before. Once again, just gets poked down. So he can't even like sit there and clear waves into Chovy. And so they've just sat Chovy down in the bottom lane. And that's where the most weak turret is. You remember Rek'Sai was pushing the bottom lane before.
Yeah.
He was able to take out 3 of the plates there. Doesn't look like DK are willing to really do anything until one of these objectives does spawn. Definitely the right call.
Is slowing down a good amount. We're at level 18. Everyone max level on Gen.G apart from Duro. D+ still need a couple of levels on Lucid. Smash needs a level. Korea actually out-leveling Duro. Substantially.
Yeah.
Like a level and a bit up. Okay. I see you, Korea.
He's also Vandal Piper.
Of course. I think Duro's probably going to go for the, what's the item called? The belt item?
The Healy, the big Healy boom boom heal belt.
It's called
That's the name.
Protoplasm Harness.
No, that's not the name.
You really thought it was called Big Boom Boom Healy Belt?
Yes.
Oh.
I mean, that's a better name.
I thought you were being sarcastic. Big Boom Boom Healy Belt. Maybe if you search that in the shop, it'll come up.
I think if you search for belt, it probably would.
Giant's Belt will probably come up.
I think it should show all the belts, though, you know?
Yeah?
Not just the item that has belt in the name.
Well, it's a, I guess it is a belt. It just say it's a harness, though.
What is a belt if not a harness?
I mean, I guess sometimes it's like the upper body harnesses, right?
Yeah.
Chovy does not have a Void Staff, so he was already doing a ton of damage to Shiwu.
Hey, just now hit full build here, 40 minutes in.
It's because he's not an 80 carry, he gets infinite gold. To be fair, the 80 carry is not even full build, but they're like, they have to build more items.
They need an extra item.
And obviously they keep the Doran's Blade in the inventory. No slot control wards. That's for their supports.
Of course,
to buy. Junglers and stuff.
So yeah, DK, they will push up and at least contest the Baron.
Oh, this is scary.
You got to be so careful about how you play this, though.
Oh my god, Lucid lost half his health. More. Oh, where did it go? Oh, Lord.
He's still burning. And now they're just going to press the buttons onto them to engage. Find Smash in the front line, and down he goes. Well, actually, that was career. But, They also did get Smash. As I'm losing my mind, Smash, though, does res, and he is kiting it out there, but eventually, finally does go down. The Aatrox kind of going insane, but Chovy now does come over. And, yeah, it looks like the Scion eventually will finally go down. Surely. Okay, he's actually going to flash the wall.
The same Shivu, not Shirley.
Okay, well, he's still going to die eventually. I think they're just going to ignore him. No, they just say, you know what?
The Baron is easier to kill. The Baron is easier to kill. They'll move on to that instead.
It's true, it's true.
The game could have been over, but she was just immortal. D plus kind of gets smashed into the ground, but their front line is too tanky. I keep calling them deep plush, and I don't know why. It's really annoying me.
Because it's Smash, maybe.
Maybe. Yeah, big engage onto the AD carry. He goes insane in his GA. They kind of just, they get the wombo combo they're looking for. Ruler kind of ends up in melee range of the Scion, though, as Smash does disengage to kill him. I love how the AD carries end up like right next to each other, mano a mano, and Lucid does so much work here, and then just says, I'm out, buddy. You got this. And honestly, she almost does have it. They really just go, he is too tanky.
Yeah.
And now, okay, Baron is a bit of a problem because it means they're going to be forced into their base. It means they're going to be pressured in. But if they can just hold out, sneak over the Elder, steal the Elder.
Just sneak on over, yeah.
Just one more good fight. That's all you need, D+, if you want to keep your hopes alive. Just don't get wombo combo one shot like you did last fight. That's all you need to do.
Just don't do what you did last time.
Yes. That's what I'm saying.
We have no flash on. Shiu Lucid, ShowMaker Smash. At least Career's got his. But big flash deficits here for D+ Kia.
Yeah.
Elder up here in 20 seconds.
Yeah. Well, you work with what you got. Keen is also pushing the top lane.
Yeah, he's going to be able to take down the turret. It looks like nobody's actually here.
ShowMaker's heading on over.
I mean, ShowMaker has TP, but I do wonder if he's like...
I kind of want the Anivia there before the fight starts.
Yeah.
He was having a terrible time.
He can't even really, like, step up to the Rex side. He's scared of him.
This is tough.
Shiu's in the lane against Chovy. That's not where he wants to be.
Ruler can actually just solo the Elder Dragon and take 0 damage.
This is, yeah, like... this is not where you want to be. Okay, so they might just try to send it. I don't know. They don't really have a good spot here. ShowMaker is going to TP in.
Guys, the base. Oh, Ruler?
Okay, well, Paranoia is utilized. They're going to go in on to Lucid. And he does get peeled for, so... A lot of stuff does get used, though, as ShowMaker trying to assist into Chovy, and he's not able to. He is not allowed to at all. Smash, though, does have position. He's got a Lantern as well. Lantern now used. You see that Gen.G, they get ShowMaker, but they know where the real carry is in this game, and it's Chovy. And, yeah, everybody's just trying to step up and provide a front line for Smash, but eventually he doesn't have a front line, and Zero just walks through them, and they take him down. So, just like that, the game ends, and it looks like this time Shiu will finally, right? Okay, there he goes. Died to the 5 of them, as it is a clean ace for Gen.G, and they'll look to push bot and end the game.
It was a clean ace. It wasn't the cleanest game, and I think Gen.G not having the cleanest series, even dropping a game to D+, breaking the undefeated game streak. But this was a Chovy masterclass, and he wasn't messing around. Just deleting people. Where did ShowMaker go? In fact, he killed ShowMaker so quickly, he gets to respawn. He has egg again. I don't think he wants to be alive. Oh, man.
No, he's...
Wait, Canyon.
Worth. All right, that's going to be the end of this one. Gen.G takes it down 3-1.
That actually was that game.
I'm guessing 5.
Yeah. It felt like more than 5.
Here we go. Are you ready?
Man, that happens in like the end of a game this late. It just feels so bad.
Yeah.
These get exploded. You're like, oh, well. Good luck, guys. Oh, there's another one.
Yeah.
It's 3v5 now.
Maybe they shouldn't have stood there while Aurora existed. And Girl,
everyone just piles on Smash. Oh well.
What? What? What?
Okay.
What? No, that's got to be like the highest DPM we've ever had. I think we just broke the record.
No, I don't think it's that high in terms.
It's almost 2K.
I'm sure we've had higher DPM. It is really high.
It's like 1800 DPM.
We've definitely had higher than 1800. It is really high, but it's a long game. It is crazy.
I'm curious. Actually, as Chovy's going to pick it up, not a big surprise. Talia was great. Ari was great. Rise got the job done.
I mean, I'd love to know. It's extremely high, but do you think that's actually the highest?
I think so. I mean.